out, finding a way to make some big-time plays before it's over. We'll see if he's able to do that in this game.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Third down and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Wide open receiver complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Rodgers now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll get 19 yards there. And that leads to a Green Bay first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part of it.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And some room to roam now. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. 43 yards.
Okay, partner, let's talk old school here. All the coaches talk about flipping field position. With a great punt return, you do exactly that. You pick up additional first downs without having to go on offense.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Stays on his feet. Now a hit and a loose football. And he will fall on this one himself, so no late turnover, and time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. One key thing to watch today will be the battle in the trenches. The Bengals have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going up against the Texans, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional. Now for the call of this Week 7 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Play action here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Here we go.
Osweiler. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Throwing, Osweiler. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And this will be taken at the 13. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
And some room to work. And all the way in for the Cincinnati score. A great play there. 87 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt, and they score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Now Mike Nugent for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. first carry for Lamar Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Jalen Strong, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Off the play fake. Here's Osweiler. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. The Texans send the punter out. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. Whoosh. 34 yards on the return. And for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Brandon LaFell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Miller, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
No matter what play call you have on, you're always conscious of edge pressure disrupting you. And it doesn't matter whether it's a pass or a run. And in this case, it was a draw, and the edge pressure came in and destroyed the play.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, it's Osweiler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. Room here to run. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
That's the second touchdown return of the game. And yes, we're only in the first quarter.
How about that for a start? So he's on pace for 8. You think he gets there?
I don't see how. But right now, he's got to like what he's getting done.
Yeah, he likes it. His team loving it. Nugent on now for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so.
Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways. Right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So we played 1 quarter here with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. The Bengals getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. 2nd down following the incompletion. On 2nd down, Hill. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle. I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devon House. And a big turn over there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game. Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run. It made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
On third down, Osweiler. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. And taken at the 46. Look at the spin.
Balance.
It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And they'll have a short field to go as this drive starts on the fringe of the red zone at the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They run it again with Hill. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Hill, the lone setback. First and goal here from the 9. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Okay, Brandon, work with me here. Let's analyze this situation. A touchdown here, that could be the knockout blow in the second quarter. But if they go for it and don't get it, that could bring life to the other sideline.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Bengals are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Texans just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. Texans would punt it away. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Bengals take it at the 49. LaFell's able to get open here, and this long run goes for a touchdown. The Bengals up by 2 touchdowns. Texans will punt it away. He gone as he sprints into the end zone. Bengals up now by 21. Now first and 10. They're going to get to the QB once again. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Paul Brown Stadium for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. Oh, little 360. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the win.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Second down and 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They send Green to the left on his own. It's second down. Dalton looking. Wide open receiver complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. First and 10 for Dalton. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. And after the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bengals defense readies as they head onto the field. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. And defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense.
4 down. All right, here we go. Boom, there it is. Right over there.
Osweiler. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he fields it cleanly. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. set back. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, stand in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it. Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Dancing to his left. On the right side, caught by Green. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Bengals are going to have a first down.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. 2nd down, Dalton. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
But
one of our
she's
guys.
singing, too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind. But he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. Strong grabs it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, Osweiler. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Time for a break. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action with Osweiler. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing now, Osweiler on 1st down. Underneath for Miller. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Osweiler will throw again. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now Osweiler on 1st down. Gets it to Strong. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw again is Osweiler. This will be caught at about the 6. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Again, Osweiler. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Throwing again, Osweiler. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now, do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
One last shot for Osweiler. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Bengals, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Houston, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.